Yo guys, it's Joe, you know what it is, you know how we do, and welcome to Jubilee, 6 gang members versus 1 fake. You know how it is, odd one out. If you enjoy these sort of videos, please leave a like. I'll try and get more out for you, but you know, without any further ado, man, let's get straight into it.
Everything changes.
I'm in the gang.
I'm in the gang.
I'm in a gang.
I'm in the gang.
I'm in a gang.
I am in a gang.
Time. Hey, my fellow black man.
Where you grew up at?
Queens.
Oh, New York.
Yeah.
Where you from?
For a second, I was like, what
Any
way is
neighborhood?
that?
Queens?
East Elmhurst, 97th Street.
Okay, how about you, my man?
You know,
Where at? Okay.
Watching San Gabriel Valley.
I grew up in West LA, from Playwood.
Down here in the gang.
Okay, where you from?
Compton.
To be fair though, appearances, it's not about appearances, man. There's so many different parts of a gang. I think there might have been another similar video to this that, you know, you can't really guess who's in a gang, who's not in a gang. And it depends what you mean by a gang as well, because, you know, it depends on the definition, the area in, sort of thing. So I mean, it makes sense.
Okay, well, heard.
Not that I'm an expert. This is what
Okay.
from what I've
That's
heard.
why I asked you where you from, but you told me Queens. I'm asking where you from. We're here to find out who's from the hood. Where you from? Huh?
Again, East 16th, Newkirk.
Okay.
I'm gonna call my people real quick.
Yeah. How's the jail system over there where you at? You ever been in jail?
I was in the feds and in the state, so the
Okay.
federal game is totally different. So I was in MDC Brooklyn
Right.
and MCC Manhattan, which is for federal pretrial. I did 3 years in the juvenile and
Oh.
3 years in the feds.
Wow.
First,
My
After
bad.
that, 67 days, did 8 years and some change. They gave me 10, 85%. As an adult? As a, oh, okay.
So you went to Hawaii too, huh?
Oh, me, no, I missed why I went from camp to, after that to prison, San Quentin.
What level were you in?
2.
So how do they jump you guys in your hood over there where you're at from? How do they court you into the neighborhood?
I didn't get involved.
I love how they have to put the, oh, you probably won't be able to see it. Jump in, where new members are physically beaten to demonstrate their courage, just in case you didn't know.
gang stuff until I went into MDC Brooklyn. I got jumped in.
And you, my man?
I jumped in.
You jumped in? How many guys?
About 5.
What they call them, remember? No. The
What
guys
they
who jumped
call
you in.
Oh, my homies.
What the homies' names? I remember the homies jump in. The homie Chapo, the homie Sinbad, the homie Trouble.
All
When
right.
somebody beats you up, you kind of remember who beats you up.
My homie Dave, homie Big Mike, and then other nigga I didn't really know.
Okay.
How old are you?
36.
And you say you never been to jail?
Nah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I wasn't in the life like that, man. I was in it to get money.
Me too. I'm all about money, but I still end up getting
Yeah.
caught.
So you jumped in
Crossfire.
the Playboys.
Hey, you took me way back. Me was Side Eyes, Lazy, Lucky, Grumpy, Baby Tear, and Munchie Cheek.
Damn, got them names like that.
If I was to think, I'm thinking these two guys somewhere here. I don't know why. I just can't figure out which one it is, man. So.
Hey, we didn't ask him no questions.
Yeah,
You know I'm certified player.
I don't know that. You could have did some research and all.
Oh, why don't you start this?
Okay, you know what? I started banging in 1989, North Hollywood, California, 91606. I'm from our Hollywood boys. They called me Stranger. I ended up going to YA in 91. I got committed for busting on some cops. My YA number 63298. I did about 6 years. I lived through the whole 90s gang banging, and now I'm here just, you know, share my story and kind of change the way I changed my life. That's what it's for. And it's very cool to sit here and try to guess who was that person, you know, so that's what I'm here for.
He's just, his demeanor seemed like a cop to me. Like, he had put on that sheriff shirt and like, yo, get against the car.
How long did you get jumped in?
It wasn't so.
Yeah, bro, that sounded rehearsed. Like he had it. He was writing that shit down.
Much of time, because some would say, 13, because out here south, but mine wasn't one of those.
Man, I'm glad I didn't have to get jumped in. All my family from my neighborhood, so you know.
Oh, so you just
Yeah.
you walked in, huh?
Oh, you didn't get jumped in?
I didn't have to.
You were
No,
born
we gotta
in?
jump him in. We gotta jump
You
him
got
in.
born in? Oh.
Let me ask you guys one thing real quick, because you touch on what you were saying. A lot of people always say, especially when you're young, you knew what you signed up for when you signed up into the gang. Did you know what you were signing up for?
Absolutely not.
No, I was told.
Yeah, I was told to.
Laid out like this.
Oh,
Is,
You were told, but sometimes you don't understand. When you're young, like, being told but understanding is a different
I get
thing.
that,
Yeah.
bro. I get
For
that.
me, like, I was definitely told.
Well, mine didn't do that.
Exactly.
They like, oh, you want to be from the set? Oh, here you go. This right here. Go. They did what to your brother? Go do.
You gotta run that back, bro. You gotta run that back.
They didn't tell me about me growing up in life. I'm gonna get shot back in return. I've been shot 9 times, different occasions, ran over twice. One was accident and one wasn't. That's not no life.
Nice.
Hey, I'm Cole, and I directed this episode of Odd One Out. If you
Hello,
like this
Cole.
episode and you want to see more like this, subscribe to our channel.
Has to be done, man. Shoot.
You grew up in the streets. You done been in jail from a juvenile to an adult. So when he said no, you never been in jail. Oh no.
We're Southsiders, so we're 13 seconds. And when he said that he didn't have the 13 seconds, it just sounded a little off.
Damn, you know what you know. Damn.
I've never been to jail. I have been arrested a bunch of times, but I've never been charged with anything.
You have any tattoos?
Is
Of
what
course
it
I
is.
do. I just can't show you, man. The feds are watching.
Games for the game.
You scared of the feds?
Yeah, oh man, you better be scared of the feds, homie, because they're gonna get you. I want to know what that tattoo is right there on your hand.
Which one?
That one right there. You know which one I'm talking about.
The placazo.
It's a crown.
Does it mean anything?
It's a crown.
There you go.
So you did Fed time?
Yes.
What gang were you from again?
TF.
TF, okay. He had full-blown like hanyas and like Japanese art. I've never seen no Hispanics with dragons and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It just kind of threw me off a little.
How many different
Hey, yo, did my guy that's here?
Dragons and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It just kind of threw me off a little.
How many different sets of papers is there?
What do you mean by sets? Clicks or?
Yeah, clicks. What click are you from? The actual, you guys actually have so like a click? Because click to me is you could be from the hood, but you could be from the locals, the winos, you know, I know a little bit about gangs, just a little bit. But it might be a cop, who knows?
Hey, I might be a cop, but hey, you're gonna get kicked out, my brother. Respectfully.
Just a little bit. But it might be a cop, who knows? Oh man, I might be the police, homeboy. You never know.
Real quick, what clique were you from? Because you didn't.
He didn't let me finish.
Oh yeah, you didn't answer that.
No, he didn't let me finish. Crystal Bunnies.
Crystal Bunnies?
Yeah.
You heard of that?
Ew.
First tattoo I got was in, when did I get my first tattoo, man? First tattoo was on my stomach, was my homie did it, my homie Chuco did it, busted out the old piano thing on the gun and doesn't look hot whatsoever. I was about 14, 15 years old.
So, Gil, what organization are you with?
Organization as far as what? Like
Gang.
Oh, I never heard it that way. I heard where
Yeah,
you from,
right.
homie.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
you from?
right,
That's
right.
it.
Organization, though.
Yeah, very simple, homie. I grew up on Tierra Street. I'm from Tierra Street locals. You'll still find me on the block drinking the beer with the homies every once in a while, but in a positive way where I'm actually trying to school them and tell me, listen, brother, there ain't no future in this. Like, I want the little homies to look at me and say, damn, I want to be like Stranger. He owns his own home. He's married, taking care of his kids, working and showing the kids how to, you know, there's a better way.
What do you do what do you work right now?
Structural concrete.
I'm a journeyman plumber, union.
Okay, that's what's up.
I try to tell everybody to join, like, because I'm in the 50s getting paid.
I do illegal activities.
Hey, yo, that was comedic timing.
I'm in the 50s getting paid.
I'm
I do
still in it.
illegal activities.
I can't do that.
No,
no
I'm
more.
just kidding. No, I'm a CNA, a caregiver.
So I go to prisons and speak. I do like Christian content creation too.
I mentioned I own a bunch of companies.
Hey,
My
yo.
main business is Dealer Synergy. Our
Damn.
clients are big car dealerships all over the United States. So I do like sales training, consulting, business development. I've helped these companies make over $1.5 billion in additional revenue. I'm also a professional speaker in the National Speakers Association, and I wrote
Damn.
about Google.
Bro, you don't come and start saying all this. They're really gonna be asking questions. You know what I mean? I think he if I were to guess, I would actually say it's him. He does look like someone who his demeanor may seem like he's from a gang, but he actually isn't. You know, he might have the Hispanic background and look like he may belong to an organization, as my man said, but he actually isn't a part of a gang. It might get bamboozled here though, but that's what I feel. I feel like that's why they tried to throw him in, because he has the sort of look of it, but he's, you know, he actually isn't. Or he nearly, it would be like he had family members who chose to be a part of it, but he didn't, sort of thing. That's what I'm guessing, personally. Because my guy came through, hey yo, not that, you know, you can change your life, not to, but damn, my guy came through like respectfully. I already do what you do. I'm better than you. I'm also better than you. People need you.
So I'd say it's hard to classify. I mean, more than anything else, I'm an entrepreneur. I invest in businesses. How long have you been speaking at prisons and stuff?
I've been doing this.
How long have you been? How long have you been speaking at your little prison? Your little prison, your little gig.
It's 2016.
How did you get clearance for that? Weren't you busted before?
No,
All
but once
my
you're
crimes.
off and you get your stuff right, you can do that. Cause I know another person to do it. Been in prison, but now he go to the prison and
pretty
speak.
dope.
That's very cool. If he really does it.
I got a question for you. You live out in LA or?
No, I flew in for the show. I live in South Jersey, Medford, New Jersey.
Oh, because I don't hear an accent or.
I'm 46. I work my ass off to get rid of my accident.
Yeah, well, good job.
Thank
I was
you.
like,
Who gets rid of their accent? Why you get rid of your accent, Holmes?
Are you kidding me? It's already bad enough. You know what I mean? People judging you and shit like that.
Yeah.
So you got to turn around and you got to look the part, feel the part if you're trying to turn around and
How do you say water, bro?
water.
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 I had a question about we were talking about tattoos.
Water, bro.
Your first tattoo was made with a homemade gun.
Yeah, the homemade gun.
With what did?
It was a guitar string.
Oh, I thought you said piano. I was like,
No. We can't afford no pianos in the
like
hood, man.
piano.
My bro baited himself out, man. He was like under the piano, like with that piano thing. Yeah, that's what he said. Run it back. He said that piano thing. Even I remember that, man. You can't. My guy came prepared. He came with that accents. He even busted the. I might be a jerk. I might be a cop. I still keep him my guy, but then again, now he said that his accent. Hey, yo. Sometimes we win. Sometimes you lose. Game is game, man.
Oh.
Nah, Charlie Holmes. Busted out the old piano thing.
You know when you're lying upon lies, and then they track back on what you said before. It could have been a mislip, but my brother in Christ, that was a tattoo. You would remember what they used for that. It's unfortunate, my brother.
Guitar. Maybe I said piano, but I'm sticking to guitar right now.
I'm still curious why I won't show the tattoos.
Bro, you're gone. It's a long day.
He just didn't seem thugged out. He seemed a little polished. No disrespect. I'm not saying he was soft or like that, but he just did not scream like thugga thugga.
Damn.
I'm a little bit
You came and you showed off too much. He said a little bit miffed. I mean, look, you came through talking your entrepreneurship, talking your better, like your accent being cleansed off and everything. It's like, duh. Are you sure? Are you sure? You're naughty.
a little bit miffed that I got voted off, but it's all good. My story's just kind of crazy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it might have sounded like it was a plant, and I knew that coming in. It was either a double-edged sword.
You see, it's one of them ones. That's literally what I said. Cause you have the demeanor, but the way your background is looking kind of crazy. But if you work hard, man, clearly he done it. 46-year-old old,
Oh, putting that wire on.
living good, man.
Real playboy. No pun intended.
He be joking a little too much, huh?
Why you bush?
Man, keeping it 100, man.
Raise your hand if you want to keep playing because you think the mole is still in.
That little doubt, man.
Let's run it. Damn, you guys do think it's me, huh?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
I don't think
either.
so.
I think he is.
He's the one?
Nah.
That's Bad Ball, man. You can't have a name like Bad Ball
Elm
and be the
Street
ball.
Pyru. Who's some of your homies? Did anybody do time in Ironwood? I don't know. That my homies is all in prison, so I can't tell you who in that one.
You only spent time in prison once, or?
Twice. How many years? 2.
It's like all of them could have a reason to be. This is what the game is, isn't it? But yeah, fellow black man, second black man. Not that. How can I word this? There seems to be a correlation to that race and prison. So having there been such a pattern out there, he may not fit the pattern, in their eyes, which may, it may be quite blaring for some people. You know what I mean? I still think it was that last. I think it was that last, and even though he did sound. It was a crazy story, but I don't know. Maybe it was too obvious. But here we are.
At what percent did he give you? What you mean? At what percent? It was halftime. Okay.
What did you get busted for?
You know, be on probation, get caught with a gun, violation.
And you're in a level 2
Yeah.
for a fire.
Minimum level security prisons that house inmates convicted for minor offences. Would the firearm be a minor offence?
Girl?
That ain't. My points wasn't high.
Finish this sentence for me, all right? The higher the socks.
The downer the fool.
Okay. The only one right here, I'll be straight honest, would be her right now. These two guys, I'm sure from the hood. You could be lying. Me, I know you think I'm not from the hood, but I am from the hood, so kind of this thing really makes it interesting.
That's the only reason why I kept playing.
Right.
That's exactly what Gil said, because I'm not willing to take the chance, homie. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect. That's no disrespect.
She's them all. She's just staying quiet over there. She's just staying
I'm just
quiet.
soaking it in.
Nobody never been shot. I'm the only person been shot.
I've been shot.
How many times you get shot?
9,
On different occasions.
5.
Man.
First time I got shot was 5 times. 2 times right here in the shoulder, 1 on the side of the face, and 1 on this side of my buttocks, and it came out over here. When I got shot with an AK was another time, 2 times this side and this side. Then I got shot by some of your people.
Oh yeah.
Some Asians. They didn't have, and they wasn't trying to shoot me though. They was shooting at some other Asians. So my homeboys was security guards at the club in Westminster. We black, we being nosy, peeking out there. Man, one of them must have pulled out a gun, got to shooting. A bullet came through the door, hit me right in this leg. I fell to the ground. It was so funny. I'm like, oh, I'm hit. My homeboy started laughing. Like, we called my mama, like, oh, your son got shot. First thing she say is, my car okay? Because I've been shot again. But it was funny, though.
It's kind of amazing how we can talk about some guy getting shot 9 times and be like, nonchalant, but hopefully the future generations don't have
You have to go through that. It's a funny story,
I
though.
try to talk to him and tell him.
Yeah, I tell my little homies all the time, man. Like, you guys don't want to live this way.
But they think it's cool, though. Like,
Right.
I tell them you can live like a dope dealer. You don't gotta be a dope dealer. You could be a plumber.
yeah, we the best. Plumbers the best.
Well, you can live like a
They're speaking facts.
I'm
They're
really
speaking
looking at his
facts.
tattoos and thinking, does he have fake tattoos? You know, they put some movie star type tattoos on him. And I voted for him that time around. Sorry, Madball.
No,
Yo,
I just
brother.
didn't trust him.
That's no disrespect.
I call him oddball.
Hill and Madball. 1 minute to just pitch why you think you're not the mole.
I actually have a YouTube platform called American Cholo. Why? Because I lived the Cholo life to the fullest. The last 20 years, I've been living the American life to the fullest. That way, I push American Cholo. That's the way I speak, and maybe not sound like as your typical Cholo. But if you guys don't think I'm the Cholo, that's actually a good thing because I'm breaking the stereotype there.
Yeah.
Well, me, y'all can probably hear it in my voice. Do I sound like a square person? You know, you look at me, the average. I might scare you on the streets if you don't know me, like, here, but nah. Oh, no, I'm just like, nah, I could never be a mole. I don't believe in snitching.
Weirdly enough, I can believe that answer. There's something that feels like, what do you want me to say? You want me to fucking, this is my life. I grew up in this shit. Shot me, and now I'm living life. What do you want me to say about my story? But then again, that story could have been from a friend of his. You know, there's always, that's why you gotta love Jubilee, man.
Can you guys actually escort Madball and Gil to the green room?
Man, I'm gonna run there real quick. I'm gonna go run there real quick.
Catch a blind, bro. Catch a blind. So why I think it's Madball? I said, how much percent? And then he goes, what you mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and he goes, halftime. Like,
Yeah,
right, he
and then
said
a
San
level
Quentin.
two.
San Quentin level 2.
Oh,
Look,
good.
I was locked up when I caught my gun charge too, and I never went to level 2. I always went to level 3. What you
No, I
think?
agree. I
Alright,
agree.
For sure.
No, higher,
Just
yeah.
bring him in.
Look at that, Madball.
I'm about to cry.
Took your credit away, fool.
I'm like, oh, I know they're gonna get Gil for sure. He's out of here. I wasn't expecting me.
Please raise your hand on 3, meaning you want to continue playing. 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Okay. If the box turns red,
My guy said he's called the American Troll, no? You got trolled. We'll have to see.
that means real gang members have lost and that the mole is still in the box, and they win the cash prize for themselves. If the box turns green, that means you 3 split the cash prize and you have correctly.
He didn't want to show his tattoo. I'm still saying the other guy, but the evidence is piling. You know what I mean?
Guess who the mole is. You ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
Well played.
Dope.
On the count of 3, the mole can stand up, okay?
Imagine it's the first person. Fellow black man. Imagine the scenes.
1, 2,
He said I don't believe in snitching. Hey yo, this is on YouTube for life, mad bull.
3.
Straight off. Straight off. They were like, you haven't been to prison? What the fuck? Yo, yeah, I was like, yo, maybe he could have been a part of that life and not been to prison. You know what I mean? I was honestly like that. Look at that fellow Asian right here is laughing. He's like, yeah. As soon as you said you haven't been to prison, it was a long day.
I told you that from the get-go. Never been to jail?
Shit, I went to jail. A lot of my homeboys did it. I was around it, so if I really wanted to, I could have, but the reason why I didn't gangbang is because my family made sure I didn't gangbang. I just stayed away from it pretty much.
That's good. You made the right choice, man.
Played.
The right choice.
I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous about this because I had to sit there and lie to actual gang members.
When I see a person, these young kids running around like going crazy, I don't really judge them because I was one of those kids, you know. And if I had somebody like me, I feel like back then, I don't think I would have lived even half as miserable as I did.
Someone like me, an ex-gang member, ex-convict, ex-piece of shit, has a shot at that American dream. As long as this breath
His is a mad story. When you actually think of it, his is actually a crazy story. So I've gone from where, cause yo, I was voting him because I was like, my guy is an entrepreneur making something. But the fact that he was not boasting, but proud. It was proudness. He was like, I managed to make this. It wasn't like I'm trying to show off or anything like that. It was like, I used to be there and now I'm here. So now it depends how you're trying to interpret it. Each one of them has a way you could have saw it that maybe you're like, maybe you're not. Hence the game, innit? Hence the game.
we have an opportunity to change.
There's always a second chance, and I'm just hoping to give a young person that hope that he can change his life, and hopefully will.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, what do you think of it? What do you think of this episode of 6 gang member vs 1 fake odd one out? Like I was just saying throughout the video, it's like you get to each one of them have like something that you could be like. Maybe it could be. Yo, to be fair, not being in prison. You know, I was trying to disassociate myself with that, but that's a part of the lifestyle usually, isn't it? So I messed up there. But who did you guess? Who do you think it was? Let me know below. But if you made it this far in the video, you are amazing. Leave a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It's the way life goes. It's been J D here.
Every day in my heart, I know